You're not pulling from your hands, you're pulling from your elbows. If it's a point that you can't build that mind and muscle connection, I would say slow down a rep. That would be one. And then two, increase or lighten the weight. So today we're gonna do a quick back routine. This back routine should only take you probably about 30 minutes max. We're gonna keep it real small with the exercises. No biceps whatsoever. Biceps are a little cooked from yesterday, so biceps are gonna be engaged throughout this entire motion. So the first exercise we're gonna do lat pull downs. I do wanna set a disclaimer. I did not warm up before this exercise, so I'm gonna warm up throughout the exercise. If you've been following me for a while, I don't recommend really doing this, but like I said, I'm tight on time today, and I did wanna get a little work in today, so I'm gonna show you how to knock out this quick back exercise. All you need, 30 minutes. It's gonna be quick in and out. We're probably gonna pick anywhere between 3 to 4 exercises as we go along. It depends on the availability of some of the machines, but let's get busy. So because I didn't warm up, I'm gonna start off super light. I'm gonna just do 15 reps, nothing too crazy. Like I said, if you've been following me for a while, you already know what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep that pad up so we can work abs a little bit more. In this particular motion, you notice I'm gonna rock a little bit. I'm gonna get a little bit of a rock. But even when you're rocking, make sure you keep that core nice and tight. I know I said 15, but I did 20. It is what it is. We're gonna make sure we pick up on the next one. So like I said, this is actually gonna be my filler set. I'm gonna do 2 filler sets, nice and light. I'm actually probably gonna keep it on the same weight, and then I'm gonna move up for the next 3 sets. So the next 3 sets are gonna be my actual working sets. I'm gonna keep it fairly light today. I'm gonna focus a little bit more on the time and attention, more so than just really trying to load my body with a lot of weight. I've actually hit back, I think twice this week, maybe once, I can't remember. But overall, I do know my body is a little bit more taxed, but at the end of the day, like I said, I wanna put in a little bit of work. I don't feel like I hit back like I should have hit because I've only hit like a couple exercises. So this is the main reason why I wanted to knock out this 30-minute back workout. But like I said, there's no biceps on this back workout. So remember, this is gonna be the second filler set. At the end of the day, we doing a little bit of motion. If you notice when I do lat pull downs, I do lat pull downs a variety of different ways. I'm using an actual rock to make sure that I kind of warm up my body a little bit more, just because I missed out and I skipped out on the cardio today. Like I said, I don't recommend doing this, but at the end of the day, if you're really, really tight for time and you've been working out for a while, this is a little cheat code that you can do. But like I said, I don't really recommend doing this. Always really find the time to properly warm up before you start exercising your exercise activity. Because if the body's not warmed up properly, remember, we can increase the chance of you getting injured. This is something I've been doing for a long time, so I'm very in tune with my body, know how much weight I should be using, and know how I can kind of warm up the body in different ways. Even when we're doing fast-paced motions, when we're doing a lot of these exercises, I need you to make sure we still connect in with the mind and the muscle while we go through the entire motion. If it's a point that you can't build that mind and muscle connection, I would say slow down a rep. That would be one. And then two, increase or lighten the weight, because you can kind of get that with both things. Sometimes the weight may be too light where you can't really feel the area that you're trying to train. And then sometimes the weight can be a little too heavy to a point. Same thing. And do me a favor, man. A lot of y'all kind of miss this. When you're doing this exercise, when we're at the top, remember, stretch your back, stretch out through your back. When you're coming down, we're squeezing the back, but we're still focused on the lats. I need you to really focus on lat engagement. And for those who aren't able to focus on lat engagement, do me a favor and make sure you're incorporating the assisted machine pull-ups. I keep telling you, I'm somebody that can crank out a lot of weight when it comes down to weighted pull-ups. But there's no better lacking traction that I experience outside of assisted weighted pull-up machines. I don't know why people avoid this, but I'm giving you free game, man. I've been doing this for a very, very long time. And as you can see, we in top tier shape. You're dealing with a professional, not an influencer. I'm a professional. I've been training since 2009. It's currently 2023, you hear me? So do understand, the game that I'm giving you is from a highly trained professional, not just somebody that's just doing this to do this. Training is my full-time job, you feel me? So we're gonna actually go into one more set. I'm gonna keep it at this particular weight. The following set, I'm actually going to increase the weight because I feel like my body will be a little bit better. See, I could have avoided all of this if I just warmed up. Remember, warm-ups take anywhere between 5 to 10 minutes. But like I said, I want to keep this workout super simple, 30 minutes, in and out, a few exercises, you get what you want, and you feeling good, and this is helping you build to be able to look how you want to look. And I'm talking about you're going to look immaculate if you stay consistent. Let's get it. So remember, when we in these last 2 sets, we're not executing any type of rocking. We're keeping it short, sweet, and simple. Focus on that mind and muscle connection. If you've noticed, I do talk a lot of shit about time under tension, but I actually do perform a lot of time under tension. I just like to be joking with y'all with that, but I do like to be clear. Like I said, time under tension, progressive overload, as well as mind and muscle connections are 3 things I would highly recommend you focus on. The more you're able to connect with the muscle while you're training, the easier it is for you to develop it and break it down the way that you want. Because remember, when we're in the gym and we're doing these exercises, we're breaking the body down. That's why we need to make sure right after our workouts that we're properly fueling the body so the body can grow, mainly when we give it the adequate amount of rest. This is why nutrition is very important. This doesn't matter if you're trying to lose weight or gain weight. Once we work out, I need you to understand we are breaking the body down. In order for the body to help develop in the right ways we want, we need to make sure we're properly nourishing it in the right ways as well, and make sure we're maximizing our recovery. Let's get it. Super easy, and as you can see, my grip, I'm not doing nothing crazy with the grip, normal grip. Make sure you choke the bar nice and tight. Chest tall, remember stretch out that back, squeeze, and we good. Easy, just 10. Super sweet 10. So another thing we do need to be mindful as well when we're training, if you're locking out, a full lockout, right? You have to be mindful that if you're going heavy with the weight, you're putting a lot of strain on your rotator cuff. So do me a favor, if you're somebody that's doing a full lockout, start off, mainly if you haven't been doing lockouts in general, start off with lockouts with lighter weight, but you don't have to lock out each and every time. That's the main reason why a lot of people, mainly in the calisthenics industry or the calisthenics realm, a lot of them have a lot of rotator cuff issues because they're doing entirely too many pull-ups, and at lockout, at the end of the day, they're putting a lot of strain on their ligaments, tendons, and joints when they do heavy weight. Because we all know when it comes down to calisthenics, you're gonna have to start throwing some weighted pull-ups in there. This is right here gonna be the last set. Like I said, I'm going to increase the weight just a little bit, nothing too crazy. Like I said, I've worked back a couple times throughout the week, but I've only did a few exercises. I've never had a full back day. So I wanna make sure that I'm actually breaking it down the way that I want, and what I'm gonna end up doing at this point is giving it about 3 to 4 days worth of rest. Let's get it. Sweet spot, 10, let's get it. Ooh. So I'm starting to warm up, so that's why you saw me do a couple more than I said I was gonna do. But another thing I do want you to be mindful as well when we're actually doing this exercise is stop pulling through the hands. You should be guiding and pulling your body through the elbows. Pull through the elbows. That's one of the main reasons why a lot of y'all actually can't get the lat contraction that you're looking for, because you're pulling from the wrong area. You're not pulling from your hands, you're pulling from your elbows. Squeeze the back as much as you can, and remember, you don't have to dip the bar down. This is not a pull. This is not a pull down. If you notice, if you pulling and you coming down like this, I'm telling you right now, you ain't really working the back, and you're not able to keep the tension in the back. And one thing we want to do when we're trying to develop and train an area to maximize our potential on muscle growth, we do need to understand one thing. We want to keep the tension in the area as much as possible. We don't want the tension to shift 4 other different places. And this is why form and technique is very important if you're trying to get the development that you want. We're gonna move on to the next exercise. But I will admit, if I would have properly warmed up, I would have been able to get a little bit more out of this exercise, because I'm not gonna fake. That last set is when I actually felt good. But like I said, I don't have a lot of time, so we're gonna utilize the time that we have, and we're gonna move it right along.